All right, welcome to the latest episode of the Organic Fitness Coleman Power Podcast. How are you? I'm multitasking as much as a man can do, and they say men can't do it. Straight up with TikTok lives. If you're not following me over there, check that out. Videos on the daily, stories too. Instagram Coleman Power, and if you are on YouTube, I would love you really help me out by giving me a follow. More facts, call a subscription, subscribe to Coleman Power Organic Fitness. It is free, so really click a button and just can also get notified of when podcasts and other videos that come out about fitness, food, nutrition, growing your own, keeping it healthy on the daily. And today's podcast is a Q&A. Okay, Q&A based off most certainly questions that came in, that pulled from people I'm training, people I've met, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, so social media in general. So the questions would be, okay, classic one. Trying to be healthy, is hummus a good protein source? This comes from Sarah in Dublin, who I actually met at the Green Door when I was doing a book signing there. So this comes out, it was last weekend. Yeah, so if you are looking to get a Christmas present, you haven't heard about it, this classic Power Organic Fitness, available online or at any events that I do in signings. So I'll be actually going again to the Green Door in the very near future. No date just set yet, but I'd love to see you there because I do love meeting people. Next question, coming in on the podcast, coming in quick, coming in fast. We got good morning coming in there from Javon. How we doing? Podcast recording. And what else we got coming in the mix? We have, is cold pressed juice healthy? That comes from Ken in Mullingar. And we'll certainly be touching on that point. Next one is protein foods for traveling, smoothies, traveling, and that comes in from the likes of James357 on Instagram. Then we have next point is struggling with motivation. What do you recommend and how do you do it? Those are today's topics in the likes of the questions, and I'm going to even add another live one here now from Johnny Whoops. Okay, that is, do I drink coffee? Do I drink coffee? And those are today's, literally, you drink caffeine, in fact. Coffee, caffeine. I'll be touching all about that. See, I can literally talk about the topics. Caffeine. There we go. On hand, because I know and understand these are my areas of expertise in a nutshell. So, straight away, up the top. Johnny, that was cool. So, here we go. Straight away, we go with hummus. Is it a good protein source? Sarah, Dublin. Okay, straight away. Protein. The complete proteins are, okay, chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, tofu, tempeh, hemp seeds. All those things contain all nine essential amino acids. When you are consuming those foods, okay, they are your best bang for your buck. You can have incomplete proteins, which are chickpeas, peas, beans, lentils, okay, and rice and oats will be there too. You can combine those together with the likes of other incomplete proteins. So let's say we go with beans and rice come together. Chickpeas and crackers come together to make complete protein. But most certainly, those incomplete protein sources, we'll take the example of chickpeas, would have higher carbohydrates and they don't have exactly what you're looking for. When most people are looking for protein sources, they're looking to reduce cravings and they're looking for you to most certainly repair from the training and exercises that, if you're not doing, you should be doing. So those are the things that I recommend. It's something that I do add into my diet. But if I'm looking for a complete protein source, 100 grams, let's go hummus, would be 7 grams of protein. That's something that's in the book. There's a listing of foods that I do list out for people who are looking to hit their protein targets from natural food sources. So you can also get it from the likes of a protein supplement. Okay, the protein supplement that I recommend is has 3, if not 4 ingredients, depending on the one that I'm currently getting. It's an organically registered one, and it's the one that I digest and the one that I like and love to consume with the likes of my meals on a daily basis to hit my protein target. But I'm also eating all organic produce that has, again, all 9 essential amino acids: chicken, fish, eggs is typically my breakfast. Then we go with maybe a salad type lunch. I can go with either fish, or I can go with more sardines, just fish, We can go with maybe a stir-fried tofu. Again, you don't have to be a vegan or vegetarian to eat tofu, but most certainly getting it organically is really important. And people say, "Oh man, I have read studies to say that excess estrogen in a body can cause havoc, especially with a woman, and that's not great for men who really get moves." As I grab my chest, these are not moves; these are that's muscle definition right there. That's funny. Getting back to the topic. So, excess estrogen can cause issues with women in particular. Okay, so and men. So what you do is you add in raw carrots. So a lot of people you may see on social medias right now, they are consuming carrots in a raw form. If you're following any influencers, you could most certainly put me in that category, and that would be something that binds to toxins such as estrogen, and pulls it out through the gut. So binds to it. That's the advantage of adding in carrots and raw carrots to your diet. Out the rear end as we pass it out in our stool. That's key for health, that you most certainly understand that foods can most certainly change up your life. Of steel. Did I read cooked carrots are better? Oh my God. And we'll touch on that carrot because Siobhan just brought it up in the likes of the lives that we have here, and it's great to have that there. So as I mentioned in this book, carrots are an organic fitness food. So consuming them cooked, you increase the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins. So I'm pretty sure the line I use in the book is, if Bugs Bunny only knew what I know now, he'd be a healthier individual, something like that. What's up, Doc? And yeah, so carrots are better for you if you're looking to increase the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamins that are available in it. However, if you are looking to take out excess estrogen of your body, that's the key thing we're touching on this point. There are benefits to eating foods raw, and there are benefits to eating them cooked. Always know what you want out of your body. And then, come on, Jesus, what do you want me to do? First, one minute you want me to eat them raw. Next, you want me to eat them cooked. Okay, I would definitely recommend you add, if you could, at all possible, add in both. So, there we go. People are cooking and prepping their meals for the week. Add in raw carrots. Add in cooked carrots as I cook my chicken stock. And I actually haven't the carrot. I'll have to go down to the veg patch, and it's pitch black when I'm recording this podcast as of now. And yes, we're on an absolute winner with that classic question coming in. So recapping, hummus, good protein source. Not one of the first things I'd reach for if I'm looking to hit my protein source, but I would definitely lean, I suppose, a little bit closer to complete protein sources and other things that are really that I haven't mentioned more. So is great for. That leads me on to the next question: is protein foods for traveling? Okay, that comes in from TikTok, James357. And again, if you want your question to shout it out in this live, I want to give up alcohol for good. It messes up with my stomach. Any advice? Okay, we'll quickly touch on that because that's similar to here. Drinking, consuming things, okay, and alcohol beverages, what you're looking for is a switch up. So kombucha is absolutely brilliant for that. So kombucha is something that is similar as that fizz, and you can get in the bottle. But what you want to do is remember that when you're drinking the alcohol, you're looking for a change in state of mind. I have an addiction. I have an addiction to exercise. I cannot physically do without it. I'm looking for a dopamine hit. If I wasn't addicted to training, I'd be addicted to some other substance. There'd be alcohol, drugs, or other. The main thing is that you have to find what, drives you. And I'm majorly driven to most certainly hits of dopamine. We all are. And that's why we eat certain foods at certain times. That's why we drink alcohol. That's why people take drugs. That's why people are addicted to porn and any other dopamine interaction with the brain. That is really important to remember. We're all looking for a change of state of mind, and alcohol training does that. And that's a better option for you guys to most certainly switch up and onto a healthier habit. And that's what we're all trying to build, to be the healthier and happier individual. And other things that brings you back to the likes of protein foods are perfect for traveling, which most certainly will be smoothies. So I know that this individual is traveling because I've spoken with them for work. And one of the things I do recommend to people is prepping. You certainly mightn't have time Monday to Friday or Monday in between the hours of 8, 7 and You could even go up as far as 12-hour days you could be working. So what you need to do is meal prep. You need to get the best foods you possibly can into a smoothie. So breakfast, you typically could literally do, we'll call it eggs, oats, eggs and anything really for that matter. Just making sure you're hitting at least 30 grams of protein. That's really going to help you feel satiated. Okay, and one that I'm currently making right now is a smoothie with kefir. Kefir, again, is a beneficial probiotic, which is good for your gut health, which is really important for switching up your liquids in your diet from whether it was alcohol or more so closer to a better lunch option, because smoothies are great. People often demonize smoothies. I'm telling you, if it's something that helps you hit your protein target with a protein supplement or a protein yogurt, that again, you can get high in protein, I do recommend you consume it, because that is one of the main things you're not eating enough of. With your greens and your protein, that could be a classic, okay? Salad type lunches, I always mention it on the podcast. You getting those into your diet keeps you fuller for longer, gets in vitamins and minerals. You can get a raw carrot in there, which is great. And on top of that, you add in anything you like the flavor of. Okay, yogurts, fruits, but always add in more greens. And the carrots are sweet. Apples, ginger, great for aiding in digestion. All these things are super. So I'll tell you the one that I've actually made for the last week with that raw kefir. So kefir goes in, then it was some type of greens, then it was spinach a couple of days, then it was kale, then I had an apple, and then I had ginger. So those are my classic staples. Then I went in with my protein supplement, and if I wanted to bump it up even more, I put a little bit of yogurt in there. That's great. That's sweet as a nut right there from those 5-6 ingredients. Those are meals that I recommend on the plan. They get a full list of the breakdowns and the macros. That's how much healthy fats, carbohydrates, and to be that's a lower carbohydrate one. I wanted to bump up the carbs in it. I put a spoon of oats that would keep me full up longer. That's a full decent meal. You can have that even for dinner, and you need to meal prep these like when you have time at the weekend or the day that you're off. So you're literally putting all those into a smoothie, and you're blending it up, and that's it. You put them in the fridge. You can make 3 of the goddamn things. Grab them, pop them, drop them. That's it. You're done. You're on the go. Those are what I do, and that's what I recommend. And there's videos of that on a meal plan that people are most certainly doing and getting on the good stuff. And that's key. And because if you were drinking liquid calories on the go, such as fizzy drinks, and I'm going to say it, bits, whatever else is on the shelf, it's rubbish. Best thing about you do is start making stuff for yourself. Okay, single ingredient food for the win is really important, especially if you are coming up to Christmas looking to feel and look your best, and that's key. So coming on to the next question is from Ken and Mullingar. With cold pressed healthy juices, are they good? Straight up, yes, they are good, but it depends on what you compare them to. So they're better than a Coke from McDonald's. They're most certainly better than Powerade, Fizzy Pops, you name it. But the best thing would be eating the full beetroot. Beetroot is an organic fitness food. It's an organic fitness food. It is something that improves your energy levels. If I was on the go and barely lived at home at all, I would grab them as an alternative to any other drink. They're great for improving your cognitive function. I had beetroots yesterday. Couldn't you tell with my focus and concentration on this podcast this morning's recording? Could you? You could. I know. You know you could. So beetroot, a winner. Contains folate and is most certainly, remember, when you get it organically or fresh or grow it yourself, both the leaves and the swollen stem. Okay, the root is only a tiny bit at the bottom. There's a table quiz question for you guys. Me studying horticulture, winning on that one. Master's degree in it. But yes, that is what I would tend to do. Try and get it yourself in a whole form. Go to a country market. The vacuum packed ones aren't as beneficial, but that's where you start. That's where you start. You can get them organically in most certainly Lidl's or Aldi's. You get them. And people often ask me, is Lidl or Aldi's okay to get organic produce? Yes, it is. But the best thing is local. Best thing is country markets. As I said, the Green Doors are a great establishment based in Dublin. Again, wherever you are, what country? With people in America, you have people in the UK, people in Australia, which is great, and Ireland, probably. Me being based in Ireland at this moment in time. What you do is, I'll give you a tip. There's one thing that you can literally do is go onto your phone, grab it, go down to this thing, bottom right typically. Starts off with GOOGLE, type in country markets near me. Organic, and then nothing comes up, it's miles away. Organic veg delivery coming at you straight to your door. The people that will deliver, the people that are out there, the growers, the suppliers, they'll get you the goods. And then it says, Jesus, that's astronomical. Couldn't have possibly afford that. Packet of seeds got you very little. And we're growing your own. The next course based in Kildare at Featherfield Farmers on the 21st of January. Yes, I said January. Thinking about blueberries and everything else. I love beetroot, and it's something that I would add into my diet, and it's a great healthy juice for you to consume. Okay, you can get them literally, I'm pretty sure I have a beetroot and apple smoothie on the program as well. That's unreal. Again, you're adding in whatever spices you like. Ginger typically is a great one, and it's something that is high in antioxidants, high in fiber, and it's great. Oh, sometimes I must touch on this point that smoothies would be better for you than the likes of juices, because with juices, if you are getting them trying to be healthy, they often take out the bits. The bits are the goddamn best part. They contain the fiber. The fiber feeds your gut health. And fiber is where we need to consume more of as well. And it's found in every different fruit and vegetable, including beetroots. Hey, you're awesome. Coming in from. I'm going to read out that comment because advice. I have your book. It's excellent. Slowly making better moves every week. You're awesome. Who's that coming from? Big, ugly mofo. That is a name and a half, but fair play. Thanks for the comment. And that's the advantage of the likes of these lives. So we're hitting it up with coming on to the likes of one of the final questions here. Struggling with motivation. This comes in on TikTok. Okay, user 27, big long number right there. But yeah, using that because what I'm doing right now is really key. Okay, I'm using Christmas as a point of why I'm training and why I'm exercising. I have family members coming back from the likes of America. I have friends that I will be seeing over that period of time, and I want to most certainly look my best and feel my best for myself too. But everyone loves that comment at Christmas. Do you know what I mean? God, you look great. Do you lose weight? And not necessarily for me that I lose weight or I'm looking for those comments, but it's just that kind of pick me up. And most certainly what you have to do is pick a goal, pick a target and work towards it. Okay. Whether that's giving up alcohol for the next couple of weeks, whether that's you getting more steps outside in sunlight. Okay. Sunlight comes up every day. Make sure you get it. Don't be afraid of it. Breakfast. After it, get out. Lunch. You get breaks. Don't tell me you don't. Get out in it. You're in the car. Open down the window, get the sunlight in and on your face as early as you possibly can, because that's going to be the game changer for you and your health. Okay, so those are the things I recommend. Setting a goal, setting a target. And if you still don't have the drive, you don't have the motivation, you need an accountability partner, whether that's a friend, whether that's a coach. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. There are loads of good coaches out there. And I would put myself in that bracket because I'm literally telling you the tips right now for free. But the thing is, you have to do it. You have to do the training. You have to do the steps. You have to make those tough decisions when you get the phone call or somebody calls over and has the biscuits or brings the cakes and you have to turn them down, or any party that comes up from here and now. And if you don't want to drink, don't, because that's not helping you. Alcohol is liquid calories. That is not something I recommend, because there's going to be so many different parties. There's Christmas parties coming up, lads. Yeah, there's Christmas parties, and I get invited to them. I get invited to just as many as any of you guys. But the thing is, you have to decide to balance out your day if you are consuming alcohol. And that's difficult if you don't understand foods enough. But if you're living a more healthy, organic fitness lifestyle, Christmas is a great time to focus in on, because Christmas is, okay, the half point in the year, as I like to call it. You start your year, whatever I like to start it on Christmas. When I focus in on that, I literally have a drive towards being the best, training and looking and feeling. And you know yourself, if you're not where you like to be, you have to set out 4 days of training. You have to get up on the days you're even tired. Stop lying in the bed, okay? Go to bed as early as you can at a regular time. Set out 3 goddamn meals, a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner, and getting in your high protein meals. Okay, if anybody's struggling with it, I said, as always, pop me over messages in the lives that are over here, on Instagram. I'm here, I'm there every single day. Okay, there isn't a person that I don't message back. I don't have a big, massive team behind me where I'm getting people to, here, do you know what? You look after this phone for me and reply to all them DMs. I either message you back personally by texting or by sending a voice note or a video. That is me in a nutshell. So for anybody that's watching these videos or is on and looking for a bit of a help in any of those areas, hit me up and I will most certainly point you in the right direction. I won't steer you wrong, because I most certainly believe the people who get coaching and get mentoring reach their full potential a hell of a lot faster. It's not that you necessarily wouldn't get there on your own, but it's about shortening your learning curve with information, with tips, with strategies. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here, honestly, to put out as much content as I can on a regular basis. And the thing is, but you have to put it in to your routine for you to gain advantage of it. So we'll see today to gain the advantage in the future. Do you hear me? I could have easily decided to stay in bed the weekend or record these podcasts. I batch them, and in the morning when I have time, because today anybody can take my attention away with a phone call, with a meeting, but most people, they're not up at this hour. So whatever you want to focus in on priority wise, whether it's your food prep, whether it's the likes of your training, get it done. Minimum 20 minutes, you can do it. Don't tell yourself you can't. Tell yourself you will, and you most certainly will achieve it. And that brings me on to my final question. Do you drink caffeine? Coffee. That goes from Johnny Whoop here on TikTok Live, which is great to get it in. It is something that I have most certainly in very little amounts. If I do drink caffeine, I definitely don't drink coffee. Because I even had I've had zero De Niro coffee. This is parsley tea that I drink on a regular basis. It contains lutein and zeaxanthin that literally improves blood flow to the back of my eye. It's something that is natural. I have it growing in a veg patch meters away from where I sit. So it shortens, I suppose, the effort that I have to go to. Don't buy tea bags. I recommend people not actually buying tea bags. And this is one of the things that people say being healthy is expensive. You are most certainly getting microplastics into your diet, because that's what the tea bags are made from. They're not made, for the most part, the ones that we get, that even that are organic, are something that you are getting some disadvantages when you are consuming them. So I recommend literally just go get herbs. And that's another way of getting vitamins and minerals into your body. Dandelion tea. And dandelions are in season all year round, because it's a weed. The definition of a weed is a plant in the wrong place. And that is what I recommend to anybody over the fancy organic teas. Okay, they're great. I'll be drinking an odd few, and I get presents of them, which is great too, because I don't certainly disown, more so give out to anybody for drinking them. But I'm just telling you, you're better off putting a bit of parsley in a cup. There's a video that went absolutely viral. It was like this, similar to a couple of videos I do. So, want to know what I drink instead of coffee? And I put in a cup, parsley tea. Pop it in a cup, hot water, mix it around. Might even put lemon. I can't remember exactly. Maybe some lemon. Maybe I didn't. Keeping it Irish, lemon trees growing out that way. Drink it off, no caffeine. So if I am drinking caffeine, it's not from coffee. Coffee has a major effect on my adrenals, and I get shakes dramatically. I've drank it a handful of times, and I do not. That's Eric. Eric, my man, how are you? Straight up. Oh my God, you missed me. I was certainly did. This is Smith. I love TikTok Live. So yeah, we're hitting it up with the lives as well as the Q&A. So going back to the topic on do I drink coffee? No, it gives me the jitters, and I get extreme shakes when I do consume it. So other alternatives that I do consume that would have caffeine in it would be cacao powder. Okay, and much more benefits from that too. It is something that contains magnesium. Magnesium helps me sleep. Not sleep is going good. Could be better, and always could be better. And that's what happens. You look for an improvement, not perfection. And other things that I would drink that would most certainly have small amounts of caffeine in it is, I said, green tea. Green tea has a much lesser amount and higher antioxidants, and these are organic fitness foods. It's not that coffee is bad, it's the danger is in the dose. And so is something that is drinking. Stop drinking drunken on a Saturday and Sunday in people's diets. So if you are drinking coffee, know that you're gaining benefits of it. It contains fiber. Yep, you didn't think I would tell you that. Contains fiber, contains antioxidants, and when you do consume it again, remember the danger is in consuming it after 1 o'clock, because caffeine has a 10.5 hour life cycle. So if I am drinking a warm beverage with family members, mother and father, we certainly will be meeting them very soon. Today, anytime after 1, I won't be drinking green tea, because that's what they'll have. They are just like any other family member. They love to give you and offer you a drink. It's supposed to sign offering of peace, really. I think that's the whole idea of it. And brown bread that I eat. And it's homemade, which I love. And bread is also something that I have in my diet. I love this stuff. And that's it in a nutshell. So those are the things that I drink instead of, and why I drink caffeine. My caffeine intake hit. I don't need caffeine, but for most people do. And if you are struggling with, I suppose, adrenal fatigue, I need caffeine. Well, certainly would be well worth taking out coffee out of your diet and weaning yourself up maybe onto green tea and then onto maybe some parsley tea just for a couple of days. I would recommend at least 5 days, and maybe you can go a little bit further, that'd be even better again. So you do and build up your tolerance to your body having less caffeine, and that just makes you back and have control of, well, certainly you and your diet. So, and your lifestyle being part of it, with sleep being one of the pillars of health that I definitely would recommend people to improve on. Section on that. 10.5 hour life cycle. I drink so much coffee. Maybe I have a problem. It's the future of social medias. And definitely topics I'm going to touch on right now on that live to finish that up. But straight away, we're hitting up with the likes of, apologies, I've actually mentioned the wrong dates. So things that are happening in the near future, Christmas presents that you would love. It would be great to have. I start you guys out with everything. On the 7th of January, there's the Grow Your Own course based in Kildare. That is a full day of growing your own, and that is the best way to get your fruits and vegetables, and most certainly more sustainable. You can also incorporate and gain the advantage of seeing the chickens in action at the farm based in Lullymore, Allenwood, Kildare area. So if you're looking for a Christmas present for somebody, that's a cracker. So that is most certainly available on Featherfield Farms website. I will be traveling to that event, and it's a great time for people to come together and most certainly have, I feel like saying having a gay time. It just came to me. Because actually the word gay means happy. That in your pipe, smoke it. Where are we at next? The next thing is the 21st of January. That's pretty much, I think, nearly half full already, because there was such an abundance of people looking to get on that healthy buzz, and which will certainly Growing Your Own in Kildare on the 7th, and an organic fitness retreat down in West Cork Skull. If anyone is looking to go to that, okay, that's half full already. That's half full, and definitely a game changer for people meeting like-minded individuals who want to know a little bit about nutrition, the difference between organic and conventional. And most certainly some sea swimming, a whole lot of fun. And anyone who's been there and seen the videos, that's only half it, because half it doesn't make the video. Lads, I love them, and most certainly I love you guys. And if anyone has any questions, would like to have their questions shouted out on any of these podcasts, you hit me up with the likes of these questions on Colin Power Organic Fitness, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that. Really helps me. Great. For positivity, we'll start it off. I want people to put up their left hand. Okay? We're going to go in for a high five. You ready? I haven't ever done this on a podcast. We're coming at you in the 5. Get your hand up. In your car, you can still do it 2, or walking. 4. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. You just got that all the way from where you're at right now. All right. There's positivity. That has nearly picked you up by about 1%. And that's what we're looking for, lads. Attack the day and fitness. Okay, stay tuned, stay classy, and keep it organic.